For a second, the truck slowed, but then it eased around me and kept right on going. No windows rolling down, no honk. The bastard didn't even stop long enough to see what my deal was. I shouted something at the shrinking red tail lights, but it didn't matter. My salvation had left me in the dust. I stood there long enough to realize that standing still was a bad idea, and then I pushed down my rage and disbelief. I looked behind me once again, and strangely, that time, I didn't see anyone. Maybe my pursuer had fallen behind, or maybe he had given up entirely. Or hell, maybe I'd hallucinated the entire thing and abandoned my car in the middle of nowhere for no reason. In any case, I kept moving, periodically checking my phone. I guess I was due for some luck that night, because after another half mile I saw a car on the side of the road. A red Dodge Charger. It was turned off and dark inside, but the tires were perfectly intact. There was no visible damage on the car, certainly no evidence of hitting a stinger, and that fact made me wonder if it belonged to my pursuer. I made my way to the car. There was no person inside, but there were still keys in the ignition. Usually this is where I end my story. Dodge ex machina to the rescue. I settled into the driver's seat and breathed an enormous sigh of relief when a turn of the keys brought the engine roaring to life. By some miracle, the car was drivable, and it had enough gas to take me to the next town. Finally confident that I would survive the ordeal, I looked out the passenger side window and saw something that made my heart stop. Yards away from my car and rapidly closing the distance was the man. He hadn't given up at all. He'd merely started running in an arc through the fields, avoiding the road that I'd watched so diligently and so uselessly.